Hello, my chicks and roosters. Welcome back to another fragrance review. We're doing an affordable fragrance review, a total of 3 fragrances today. Welcome to all of new viewers. Welcome all new subscribers. Thank you so very much to all of you that have been leaving me wonderful comments and suggestions on fragrances to try and your favorites. I always love reading all your comments, you guys. So don't think that I don't watch and read all of them. I do. I wanted to extend a welcome to the new viewers. If you don't know about this channel, we do affordable fragrance reviews. We do celebrity fragrance reviews and anything budget-friendly fragrances. So this is another fragrance review for Avon. So yes, in particular, the Faraway line. I don't have the whole extensive collection, unfortunately, but I do have 3 that I want to share with you. And all these 3 were gifted to me, except for one I did purchase on an online thrift. I'll link the video for you guys if you wanted to see what I thrifted online during that purchase. I like to buy my fragrances anywhere and everywhere I can find them, from online stores to thrift stores and from my friends. I do receive some gifts here and there. Some people that do not like their fragrances anymore, or it's a fragrance that they grew out of, or it just wasn't the fragrance that they thought it would be. They do send them over to me, so you are welcome to send me your fragrances that you no longer need or want. I am a fragrance collector, and like I said, all fragrances are welcome. I'll link the P.O. box below in case you are interested in doing something like that. Okay, so we're gonna start with our fragrance review, and I wanted to start, we only have 3 that we're gonna review, right? And I'm gonna start off with the original fragrance from Faraway, the Faraway fragrance that put all the Faraways on the map. It's this one here. So unfortunately, this one is does not come with the cap. It didn't come with the cap, but it's fine because it was gifted to me. It didn't come with the cap, and I'll let you know a little funny story. This is not the real tassel that came with the bottle. I just had a I think it was like some sort of like jewelry box that I had, it was part of the wrapping, and I thought it looked exactly the same, but it's just different material. But I just added that little one, and I'll show you what the other ones look like. But this I attached it, and it worked out so perfectly. Now, as you can see, this Faraway is the original, and I'll put a picture of the original bottle and what it looks like with the cap and everything. Okay, and as you can see, this is really dark juice. Okay, compared to like the new formulation, this is actually darker. It got darker because of, with time and the vanilla that's in here. And I'm fond of this little bottle because I know that this is somewhat of a vintage fragrance, because the way that you're able to tell when a Avon Faraway bottle is somewhat of a vintage, it'll have a number carved on the glass. And I'm not sure if you'll be able to see or if the camera will pick that up, but right there is a carved serial number. And the older bottles had that carved number. Okay, just a little information for you. So this is the original Faraway. This one was launched in 1994. It's been out for quite some time, and it still holds a great popularity with the crowd. To me, this is an amber floral powdery fragrance. And I do, you know, I used to sell Avon when I was 18. And when this one came out, I was all, you know, it had already come out, and it was fairly new. And I noticed that a lot of ladies were purchasing this one or requesting this one. In particular, my mother-in-law, my former mother-in-law. This was one of her Avon preferred fragrances. And I was like, And that's kind of, when I was 18, that's kind of what this fragrance reminded me, like a mature woman, somebody, because it was very powdery. And when I was 18, 19, 20, 25, I wasn't really into the powdery fragrances. So we're going to go ahead and we'll start with the accords for this fragrance. The accords for this fragrance is vanilla, powdery, sweet, white, floral, woody, coconut, floral, yellow, floral, amber, and lactonic. So, you know, it claims to have quite a bit of things going on. And I'm grateful that Fragrantica actually mentions quite a bit of notes for this one. Usually the newer Avon fragrances, they only list 3 notes and that's it. And it's kind of annoying and frustrating that, you know, they don't disclose all of it. But maybe these, because they've been out for a little bit, I don't know what the reason is or how they determine that. But let's go ahead and go over the notes for this one. This one has top notes of coconut, ylang ylang, peach, Cairo, Caronde. I am totally butchering that one, I'm sure. And orange. Middle notes of jasmine, gardenia, violet, freesia, osmanthus, and rose. Base notes of vanilla, sandalwood, amber, and musk. There you have it. So this one, Faraway, that was launched in 1994. This is a 90s fragrance. This fragrance, I kind of came to appreciate a little bit more with time. Well, when I got it gifted to me, I was like, wow, this actually smells pretty. So our Faraway, as you can see, it's really wet. And this particular formulation, you don't get a lot of alcohol, which I really like. And I don't know it's because it's a vintage Faraway or if it's just the quality of it. So when you first spray it, you do get a little bit of ylang ylang. You get the powderiness of the peach. If you're familiar with your fragrances, peach tends to turn powdery for some reason, like a sweet powder. And I get coconut, but it's such a mild coconut. I am so sensitive to coconut scents. They have to be done just right. And I believe so far I only have about 5 fragrances that have coconut in them that I can actually tolerate and that I can actually enjoy. The rest of the fragrances in my collection, out of 300 bottles that have coconut in them, not all 300 have coconut, but quite a bit do, I can't tolerate it. I get a headache and then I get a little nauseous. It's one of those notes that for me, it's got to be done just right. This is a very lovely fragrance. And maybe I didn't appreciate it when I was 19, 18, 19, because I was so young and my nose wasn't trained. And all I was craving was sweets. Sweets and also the 90s freshy stuff. Like, you know, the Cool Water and the Ralph by Ralph Lauren, that kind of stuff. You know, that's kind of what I was really into. CK1. This one here, now I do like it so much more. This is a very comforting fragrance to me. It does smell sweet. And the amber, you can smell the amber and the sweetness of the vanilla a little bit, but I want to say that in this formulation, I think the amber, the ylang ylang, and the coconut and the freesia and gardenia are the richer notes in this fragrance. It is super pretty. It is super nice. And this is the FarAway, the original. And I just love the juice color on this one. I do have older Avon vintage fragrances that have turned bad. And this one has not. This one smells so yummy. And for some reason, I like to wear this for bedtime. Right before I go to bed. For some reason, this one kind of wraps me up and gives me that feeling of just being cozy and just smelling pretty. Ylang ylang, coconut, amber, a little bit of jasmine, gardenia, and freesia. So it is a very pretty fragrance. Now, some people say that this is similar to Vanilla Fields. And I'll tell you what, I have Vanilla Fields, the vintage bottle. And they do share quite a bit of notes, actually. They share the coconut at the top and a peach and the jasmine note in the middle. And then they almost have all the similar notes on the base, which is vanilla, amber, sandalwood, and musk. But FarAway doesn't have patchouli, and Vanilla Fields does have patchouli. And I think this is softer than Vanilla Fields, but it does have that similar powderiness and that similar vanilla sweetness. And the coconut and the peach, it's similar. It's not the exact, they're not dupes for each other. I wouldn't say that, but the vintage, I can only vouch for the vintage Vanilla Fields. It does have that DNA. So if you like Vanilla Fields, and if you want a little bit more of a softer, a little bit more of a coconut vanilla fragrance, you would really like this one, okay? And vice versa, if you like this fragrance, you might really enjoy the Vanilla Fields. Again, I'm only saying the Vanilla Fields, the vintage, because that's what I have. And yeah, it is similar. It is similar. They do have a lot of similarity notes to them. So I just want to say that this one is less cloying. It's less heady. Vanilla Fields at the base, on the base notes, they have tonka and they have patchouli, and that can be especially in the summertime. I've tried but there's something that I like about Vanilla Fields, but then when I wear it, it kind of gives me that little headachy thing, and I think it's the patchouli, and I think it's the tonka, and I think the peach and coconut, they weren't blended as nicely as this one. This is a softer approach, okay? So I think they would be great to pair up together, honestly. I would want you to tell me if you own those two, and if you're daring enough to spray them together, and let us know what happens, if it's a total disaster or if it actually works. I'd be really curious. Unfortunately, I don't have my Vanilla Fields with me. I'm still trying to move a lot of my stuff. But anyways, enough of that. We're going to move on to the fragrance number 2. Fragrance that we're reviewing is this one here, and this is the FarAway Infinity. Yes, my lovelies. This has caused a big stir. This one knocked this one out of place. This used to be the number 1 for FarAway, followed with FarAway Gold. Well, this puppy came along, this baby came along and said, oh gee, Original, move aside, make room for the new queen, make room for the princess. This one here has been dominating the faraway sales for Avon for years, okay? This one came out in 2016, and see the juice is a little lighter. And I just wanted to show you the difference in the tassels here. It's the same bottle. See, it's the same frosted bottle, but look at this. This is more like a nylon, and it flows better, and this is not. See how stiff this is? This is the one that I added, and this is the original one that it came with. So you can actually kind of see the difference, right? See the movement? Anyways, I still like you a lot. Don't feel bad. Okay, so FarAway Infinity. This one has like a turquoise top, and the juice is peachy color, okay? Launched in 2016. This fragrance here, to me, is a white floral sandalwood fragrance, okay? This one is, this one has interesting notes to it. And we'll go ahead and move on to the main accords for you for this FarAway Infinity. FarAway Infinity is white floral, vanilla, citrus, woody, powdery, balsamic, sweet, aromatic, fresh, spicy, and floral. That's what they're saying. And they're saying that it's a floral, fruity fragrance. But to me, it's more of a white floral, sandalwoody kind of fragrance. All right, we're going to move on to the notes. And we have at the top notes, gardenia, bergamot, marigold. We have the jasmine, sandbag, orange blossom. In the base, in the middle notes, my apologies. And then on the base notes, we have vanilla, sandalwood, and patchouli. This one has patchouli, you guys. And yes, we all know how patchouli can be very dominating. But this one is actually pretty soft patchouli. It's a very clean patchouli, but you can detect it a little bit, okay? You can, but this patchouli helps the fragrance last longer, and it helps the other notes blossom a little bit more. This one, you guys, let's go ahead and spray this one. This one sprays pretty good. Yeah. You know what I like about these? That these are not crazy alcohol content right at the bat from the initial spray. Right from the opening, you get gardenia. You do get that soft, creamy gardenia flower note in this. And you get that tiny, tiny, tiny bit of a bergamot citrusy sweetness. It's not a true in-your-face citrus. It's kind of just there in the background. But then once it starts drying, you guys, then you get the white florals coming through, shining bright, shining strong. And to me, I think the jasmine is the star in this one in regards to the floral notes. Once it starts drying down, you get that the small hints of vanilla, the sweetness of the vanilla, and the little smokiness of the sandalwood, and the patchouli. The patchouli. You can recognize the DNA of the patchouli if you are familiar with your fragrance notes. It's a really pretty fragrance. To me, this is a jasmine bomb with sweetness of vanilla and very light hints of patchouli. But white florals, to me, definitely. It's a tiny bit more youthful than the original, but I like them both, you know. This one has a softer approach, even though it's got patchouli. It's got a little bit less powderiness than the original. Okay, so a lot of people have compared this fragrance to the Olympia by Paco Rabanne. 206 people think it smells like that, and 405 people say it doesn't smell like that. There's a whole lot of other fragrances that this is being compared to, but I just wanted to mention the most popular one, which is the Olympia by Paco Rabanne. That's what they're saying that it smells like. So it is a super cute, super a little bit classy kind of a fragrance. This one with a little bit of patchouli intrigueness in there. So that's our number 2 fragrance. Our last and final fragrance review for this video is this one right here. And this one, see, it's got the carved code on the back a little bit more clearly, but it's still not as vintage as this one. The carving in this one is very, very different. Style, font, everything. This one is not too, it's not too old. This fragrance actually was released in 2019. And this is called the Faraway Aloha. And the bottle is green with a cream top and like a fuchsia purplish tassel. Okay, super cute. This one was another fragrance that was gifted to me, and you can tell that this is not used very much. This to me is a tropical fruity floral fragrance. Okay, I'm not going off of Fragrantica when I say that. That's just what I think when I smell this fragrance. This is a white floral, fruity, citrus, sweet, powdery, animalic fragrance. The Aloha by FarAway has only 3 notes, unfortunately, listed on Fragrantica. And at the top notes, we have mandarin orange, tiara flower, and base notes of musk. That's all we get. So I wanted to go ahead and go straight to spraying this one, because there's some couple of things that I want to say about this fragrance. And I'll tell you why I think it's tropical. Not just the name. It's not just the name, you guys. Okay? When you spray this one is nothing like these two here. Okay? You get some sort of citrus. They say mandarin orange, but I get something more. I get a little bit of some sort of green note in there. Some sort of greenness. And the orange is not a true mandarin orange. But there is citrus in there. And I think there's more, maybe like a grapefruit type of orange, you know, citrus. I mean, the tiara flower, there is floral notes in here. But to me, you guys, it's more like an orange blossom type of floral that I smell in this. And I'm picking up hints of coconut. I smell, ever since the very beginning when I tested this, I smell coconut. And more so when you spray it on your skin. This one even also gives me slight hints of of
The flower I couldn't think of at the top of my head was
oh,
tuberose. This is, I get hints of a very faint tuberose in this formulation, but I just couldn't think of it when I was recording this video.
anyways, a little bit, but coconut, you know, coconut, yes. And I don't know why I don't know if this TR flower smells like coconut. You know, I don't know. To me, this smells very tropical, but it smells more like an air freshener, like a spray air freshener, something that you know, like a Febreze type of thing. I don't find it too special, other than the bottle, and it's a FarAway, you know, collector's item. That's what I appreciate about this one, that it's that is part of the FarAways. So people have said they compared this to, there's not very many people comparing it to anything else other than 2 people think that smells like Tahitian Gardenia by Pacifica. 1 person disagrees. And then 1 person thinks that this smells like Plumeria Bath by Bath & Body Works. And I looked up the notes for each one of them, and they don't correlate to what I'm smelling. But that's what we have, the Faraway Aloha by Avon. So these are our 3 fragrances, you guys, that we reviewed today. And I really do want to get my hands on the gold. I want to get my hands on the Over the Moon. And there's just so many that I want. As a perfume collector, I need to, you know, I need to watch it. If you have any FarAways that you no longer want, I, you know, will gratefully accept them if you would like to donate them to me. But anyways, this here is our tray of fragrances. They're so cute and pretty. I do love the bottles so much. Which one of these do I like more? Oh gosh, this is tough. This is really tough. But I want to say, oh gosh, which one is your FarAway favorite? Let me know in the comments, please. Okay, I have to make a decision. I want to say that this is my favorite just because it's more elegant. It's more powdered. It's more comforting. This is at number 1 for me. I like this one more. And then second, it was a toss-up between these 2. And then this one is at second. Just because, like this is, I think this is more wearable. Like this one I would wear more to go out, you know, to go out in public. This one, I would wear it more like when it's really cold or for bed. This one here, honestly, I would not wear because it's not my cup of tea. It's not my jam, but I do like to have it just as a collector. But that's what we have, you guys. Thank you so very much for staying until the end of the video. Don't forget to leave me your comments, and please hit that like button if you like this video. I really, really, really wish everyone is doing amazing and great, and thank you. Bye, guys.